real lowdown on thyroid issues and how you can solve them. This will be the most comprehensive guide that I'm going to give you. I'm going to tell you exactly what you're going to do to help solve your thyroid issues or your weight loss resistance. Whether it may be that you're dealing with fatigue, brain fog, constipation, gut issues, liver dysfunction, whatever it may be, you can't lose weight. This video is going to help you. Okay, the thyroid is the backup of everything, but the master of none. Your thyroid, specifically T3, speaks to every cell in your body. It almost makes it jostle. And your thyroid regulates your whole metabolic function, whole metabolic rate. And so thyroid health is one of the most crucial things for you to take care of. And there are many things that negatively affect the thyroid. Okay, and so taking care of our thyroid is inevitably going to help us with weight loss, vitality, energy, and so much more. So I give you this invaluable resource to help you, because I know how hard and how much a struggle thyroid issues can be. And so what my plan is for this video is to give you exactly what you need to do to help solve your issues. Okay, so just get that point across. Quick sip. But so obviously we want to know where the thyroid is, and I want to first talk about how perhaps what can negatively affect the thyroid and just things like that before we even get into the protocols, because we have to know what to avoid and what's actually causing us before we can just jump into right away what is it that we can help. So obviously, like I said from the beginning, it's so the thyroid is a butterfly gland that's shaped right here in the neck, right next to the Adam's apple. And it obviously is responsible for metabolism, energy levels, and so much more. So much more. So let's just get into what are the factors that affect the thyroid. So obviously, when I say diet, what does that even mean? Highly inflammatory diets filled with food allergens, um, things like gluten, wheat, soy, corn, dairy, that can negatively affect, especially if you're dealing with a food allergen. Okay. And then obviously, if you're eating like a processed food diet that's high in inflammation, that will cause thyroid, to slow down and things like that. Environmental toxins. Now, this is just a whole topic. I created a whole video on toxins too. You can go see it too on my YouTube. But toxins, and we're talking about like BPA, fire retardant, candles, even like what is it? Colognes, sprays. Like all these are, they're endocrine disruptors, meaning they disrupt our hormone functions. Okay, and so what happens is that it impairs thyroid health. Okay, it impairs the conversion, it impairs the synthesis, can impair all that. Okay, chronic stress pretty much hinders the conversion from T4 into T3. It's just all, everything. So, and then genetic predeposition. So if you already, have a gene type that's affecting, thyroid health, then, or if thyroid health runs in the family, then obviously you're more, perceptive to having thyroid issues. So these can manifest in many different forms: hypothyroidism, weight loss resistance, chronic fatigue, cardiovascular function, glucose issues, and much more. Now, I want you to remember though, this thyroid issue is the symptom. Hypothyroidism, symptom. Weight loss resistance, symptom. Chronic fatigue, symptom. These are symptoms. Okay? Symptoms that things are, not working optimally. Okay? But it's just not the thyroid. Okay, so obviously we talked about things that can affect the thyroid: food sensitivities, allergens, inflammations, toxins, infections, nutrient deficiencies, gut dysfunction, which is gut dysbiosis. Yes, poor liver detox. That's supposed to say detox. Stress, certain medications could impair it, and then adrenal imbalance. So I can honestly go into all these, but I will real quick. Okay, so kind of what I was saying there: food allergens drive in inflammation. Inflammation impairs the conversion, okay, and the synthesis of thyroid hormone. Yep, that's what food allergies does, because it drives inflammation, gut inflammation, it just impairs all of it. Okay, toxins, I already went into that. Infections, obviously the immune system could get involved, and then obviously your might be dealing with Hashimoto's, which is about 90% of people that are dealing with hypothyroidism. Okay. Nutrient deficiencies, if you don't have enough iodine or zinc, you're not having enough, key minerals to help with the conversion. Got this. If you're having a dysbiosis, conversion is not going to happen. We're always talking about conversion, okay? Because thyroid, it starts from TRH going to TSH, which you probably know that lab marker TSH, but then TSH then goes to the thyroid gland. Okay, into the thyroid gland, it goes to T4, and just a little bit go into T3, but majority of it goes into T4. And then so that conversion of T4 into T3 doesn't just happen in the thyroid gland. So that's why, when you take medication, you still see symptoms. That's why. Okay, so conversions happen in other spots: the gut, the liver, the heart, peripheral tissue. So if you have an uncompromised gut or poor liver detoxification, that impairs thyroid health. Okay, certain medications, adrenal imbalances as well. So how do we even do this? How do we fix this? Okay, first we need to have, adequate production of thyroid hormones. So these nutrients here, these are all nutrients that work on the conversion of thyroid hormones and the synthesis of thyroid hormone. Okay, so like iron, iodine, tyrosine, zinc, selenium, vitamin A, vitamin E, the B vitamins, vitamin C, and vitamin D. Okay, so you need these in your diet. And then if you're deficient in it, maybe you took like an extracellular, intercellular mineral test and you saw you're deficient in it. This can be a root cause of why your thyroid's slowing down. Okay. And so what I'd say is obviously make sure you have enough iron, especially if you're a woman. Iodine is so important. Seaweed, things like that have iodine. Tyrosine, meats have it. A lot of meats. Zinc, also meats. You can also supplement, which I'll get into supplementation here. Selenium, Brazil nuts, and then a lot of these like vitamin A you can get from meat. There's so many different foods you can get. Vitamin D as well. So prioritize these nutrients for thyroid health. So whatever you can do to get foods in that have these nutrients or supplementation. I'm not even against supplementation. Just make sure it's proper. I'm affiliated with a supplement company. Nothing's wrong with supplements, but make sure you get these nutrients in. Okay, so here's where we go. Here's how we're gonna do it. First, we need to get full picture. Okay, we're gonna need to get what exactly is it? Is it reverse T3? Is it low T3? Is it high free T4? Is it low TSH? Is it high TSH? Is there high antibodies? We need to get a full picture. So what I have here is I have, a link for you to go get, lab tests, very reasonable price, and I have a discount code for it. So definitely do that. If you go and get this test and you send me the screenshot with you using my code, I will interpret the test and give you an exact protocol on what you can do to help heal your thyroid. I will. I promise. Okay. All right. Second, we need to follow a very anti-inflammatory diet that treats the inflammation. Now, a majority of the time when we're talking about what are some root causes of thyroid issues, well, a lot of it's inflammation, adrenal imbalance, like stress, things like this, nutrient deficiencies, and all that can be corrected by a proper diet. Okay, so when we're looking at second, we need to follow a very anti-inflammatory diet. We need to have a diet we're eating enough food. Okay, a lot of the times we're not eating enough food. You're going to need to eat above your maintenance. Now, if you don't even know what that means, I would just Google how to calculate my daily maintenance calories. Okay, and whatever you get. So let's say I did that. I went on my phone and I typed in how to get my daily maintenance calories, or what you would say, how to get your total daily energy expenditure in calories. So let's say I did that, and let's say I burn 3,000 calories a day. So that's my maintenance calories. Now, follow this protocol. We want to eat above maintenance. So we want to eat 200 to 300 calories more. So what did I say? Let's say it was 3,000 I got. So we're going to want to eat 32 or 3,300 calories. Anti-inflammatory diet. Prioritize, omegas, curcumin, like anti-inflammatory, spices, omegas like salmon. Use salmon, sweet potatoes, um, avocado oil, flaxseed oil, chia, avocados, Brazil nuts, almonds, like all those things. Like that directly helps with anti-inflammatory diet. Like if I was to get up in the morning and I had if I had 4 eggs an avocado, you know, and just, kept it like that, that's going to hit, some nutrients here. If I was for lunch going to have like some, sweet potatoes with salmon, with a little bit of, avocado oil, I would have healthy fats, I would have good proteins, and I have good carbohydrates, and I would have these nutrients, and I have the omegas. And then for dinner, if I had like a red meat, let's say like some steak with some white rice, a simple carb, easy to digest, not too much stress on the stomach, and then I had some, Brazil nuts. Then I had some, spinach and things like that. I forgot to add that up there too in the other meals. Like those all carry these nutrients and very anti-inflammatory. Okay. So the third thing, we want to eliminate food allergens. So no gluten. I'm not saying no gluten for life, but just for a little bit, no gluten. Okay. Just kind of eliminate that because that can be a trigger. Okay. It can trigger autoimmune. It can trigger, thyroid dysfunction. So we have to, have some time away from that. So then number 4, excuse me, it's been a while. So you need to have proper blood sugar balance. Okay. When blood sugar goes off, our cells are not getting the message of glucose, and then that's just ruining like mitochondria health. Just so much things there just go way beyond what this needs to be. It's just we need to balance blood sugar. How can we do that? Getting adequate protein in, especially in the morning. Making sure that we have food before we have caffeine, so we don't jack up our blood sugars. I want you to always think about this for the rest of your life. Stress and blood sugars have an intertwined relationship. It's called glucocorticoid. Don't quote me exactly on that, but it's a glucose molecule and a stress molecule together. Okay, so when stress rises, glucose also rises. Now that's good because it's for performance, for health reasons. But if it's prolonged stress, then we have prolonged blood glucose. Now we have insulin resistance or insulin insensitivities. Your cells aren't hearing the message, and it's resistant to the message. Now glucose can't get into the cell. Now you can't use it for energy. Okay, big reason why people can't lose weight. Balance your blood sugars. Balance your blood sugars. How can we do this? Adequate protein, obviously, and fats for meals. Okay, no caffeine first thing. Adequate fiber. Okay, your diet should have fiber and oils. Fiber and oils. Fiber and oils. Okay, your diet should have that. Okay, some other things I don't have listed on here. You can use supplements as well, like GDA plus, berberine, things like that to help balance out blood sugars. There's another thing. I'll get back to it. Okay, so what we got to do is also you can get a blood glucose monitor. Monitoring your fasted blood sugar, and then monitoring your postprandial. Now, your blood sugar readings should be in the 80s. It'll be all right if it's higher, like if it's low 90s. And we're talking about nanogram per deciliter. We're talking about nanogram per deciliter. So if it's in the 80s, but then a little bit in the the 90s, that's just totally fine. Okay, that's where we want them to be. Yep. Okay, next is that we're going to want to use thyroid support supplements. Now, what I recommend is Thyroid Boost Plus. Now, this is the link to it. You're going to also have the PDF below this. Okay, so use my code too. Shout out, shameless plug. Okay, so I want you to, so with this thyroid supplement, Thyroid Boost, okay, it has all these key minerals in it, okay? It has these key minerals, very bioavailable, because you're going to want to take 3 caps fasted in the morning for pure bioavailability, meaning you're going to absorb all of it. Okay, it's going to have iodine, zinc, selenium. It's going to have all these, but then it's also going to have a glandular support. Glandular support meaning it's like supports like. So it's actual thyroid coming from an animal. Now that's okay because Ayurvedic medicine, that's how it works. If you're dealing with a liver issue, you eat liver. If you're dealing with a thyroid issue, you eat thyroid. And it supports. And I've helped so many clients, either Hashimoto's going into remission, or getting off of thyroid medication, and eliminating the hypothyroidism, reversing it. Okay. All right. Next steps here. So what we're going to want to do is address the stress. We're going to want to address stress. Like if we don't, then we're not going to, get better. So what we need to do is we need to pretty much focus on stress reduction, managing our lifestyle, and using, support supplements. Now, I will show this page. Okay, so I created this whole guide, 10 pages. I'm talking 10 pages 10-page PDF on how to help your stress. Okay, it's linked on this. So I definitely watch this PDF, go with the PDF in it, and it just tells you everything you need to know to help with stress and supplemental suggestions, the ones I suggest, and just all of it. So see just all these supplements and then everything like that. Okay, and then that's just a whole thing in itself, but pretty much follow this packet. You're going to be A1 if you do. Okay, next is the last step is that we need to fix your gut and your liver. Why? Because thyroid conversion and synthesis happen in the gut and the liver as well. Not just only there, but just, a majority of it does. So with impaired gut and impaired liver function, it hinders thyroid conversion. Okay, this is a whole topic in itself, but I give you the exact 4-hour process and supplements to heal your gut in this video. It's a YouTube video. This YouTube video has everything you need to do it. Okay, and so that's it. That's exactly how you can do it. Get these key nutrients in. Get a full thyroid panel so you can get actually a root cause analysis of what's going on. Okay, follow anti-inflammatory diet. Eliminate food allergens. Use specific supplementation. I recommend Thyroid Boost. Get proper blood sugar balance. Address your stress. Follow this sheet. You're A1 if you follow this sheet. You'll be all right. And the next is follow this video, look at the PDF, and you're going to clear your gut issues for sure. That's exactly how you do it. Exactly. Okay. All right. So if you need any help, I'm here. If you're looking to solve your thyroid issues, lose stubborn body weight, stubborn fat, get your energy levels back, think clearly, have high cognition, high levels of energy, then this is for you. All right. I want you to contact me. Thyroid. All right. This will help me understand that you came from here and then give you, the right tools that you need to do. But if you need more help, please feel free to reach out. Use me as a resource. I hope all is well and you have a blessed day.